the center of the Pandava army was a man named Arjuna. This is the name you have to remember. This is all about him moving forward. Arjuna was the greatest warrior of his times, bar none. Now let's take a step back. How was war conducted back in those days? They used bows and arrows, but not in the way you might think. When we think bows and arrows, we either think Stone Age people with little wooden bows and arrows trying vainly to kill a mammoth or an elephant. No, it wasn't like that. And it isn't like the Olympic sport of archery either, where the only skill that is required is the ability to accurately shoot an arrow for great distances. No, the skill of these people were at a different level. It was unimaginable. First of all, the bows were over 6 feet tall and made of metal. Can you imagine a bow made of metal with so much tension in it, strung with a steel wire? And when you put an arrow in it and shoot it, it would go almost as fast as a bullet. And these warriors, they were no ordinary men. They could shoot 5, 10, 20, 50 arrows every minute. Such was their endurance and skill. Now Arjuna was very good. He was very skilled in archery. He could shoot not 50 or 60, but he could shoot 100 arrows a minute. And then he could do something else which was so amazing. He could use 2 bows in each hand, one in each hand, and shoot arrows in one after the other. Can you imagine the choreography and the skill that's required to do this? For this, he was called Savyasachi. Savyasachi means equal on both sides, ambidextrous. It's a complex Sanskrit name, but that's what it means. Not only that, he could shoot without seeing. All he needed to do was hear, and so extraordinarily attuned was his brain that was enough. He would shoot it accurately, hundreds of yards in the dead of the night, just based on sound. He was that good. He didn't need to sleep. He had overcome the need to sleep. So great was his inner storehouse of energy that he could fight battles for days on end without sleeping. He was called Gudha Kesha, one who has won over sleep. This was Arjuna, but that's not all. There is more. He had a magical bow that was given to him by the god of fire. It's a very interesting story about snakes. Because of that, in the end, the god of fire ended up becoming so happy that he gave him this bow. And you know what was interesting about this bow? It was called Gandhiva. Arjuna's bow was indestructible. It was constructed of an alloy infused with celestial power that no matter what you did, it wouldn't break. It's an indestructible bow. And the god of fire also had given him a quiver. Quiver is the basket on your back in which you put arrows. The quiver was inexhaustible. So you could keep going, he uses both his hands, so he keeps going. Indestructible bow, inexhaustible quiver. How much better can you be?